So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And that one will not be returned over the back line of the end zone, so the offense will get the ball at a decent spot, the 30-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
One thing that was pretty evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the 2 interceptions, but it leads to some missed opportunities as the play unfolds. He could have had more touchdown output if he would have just gotten off that first read and found the open man. He got away with it last week. He doesn't want to make a habit of trying to get away with it every week. He needs to clean that up, especially if he wants to come away with a win here today.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. So 4th down, and Ryan Wright on to punt it away. And he'll get a few yards on this return, up past the 15-yard line. The Falcons here on offense, and taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game in a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. Biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. So as long as he continues to do that, they're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
Taking a shot downfield for Adams. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Dallas 1st down. Here's a toss, right side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Dicker, good with the extra point. The Cowboys will take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down.
60 by 6, 60 by 6.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. They put Adams in motion. move past the 40. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And he'll take this down to about the 8. They'll stick with him again. He's going to force his way for a yard or 2, but looks like this one's going to be coming back.
Still second down.
Back to throw. Quick throw here is complete. He is in. Touchdown Atlanta.
Well, Mike, I know I might be a little biased toward the position, but I'm happy to see them go his way early on National Tight Ends Day. And, of course, Go his way early and often in just about any game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. The Cowboys' offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Their lead is just a point, and they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground. Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Quick throw, taken in. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Up the middle they go. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a 1st down. They'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's a handoff. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. Motion man is the tight end going right. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That is hot. What a throw. Touchdown, Dallas. Point after now from Dicker. He gets it to go, and the Cowboys will take a 14-6 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Falcons offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been as involved as anyone in the league in the middle part of the season, the NFL leader in receiving yards to this point. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Harris, the man in motion. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got it. Good work there to take it to the 47 and set up 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the 1st down.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard. Harris, the man in motion. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at third down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. They'll mark him down there at the 33, but that is good enough. A run gives them a first down. They'll stay on the ground. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Let's go now.
Out of a gun, here's a run up the gut. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Not going for two, they'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. And the Falcons move back to within one. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll break the huddle, coming up now for first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. They'll turn and hand this one off. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Here now, third and 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Here's Ryan Wright now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They put Adams in motion. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. A good spot here, second and a yard. Out quickly, and it's Adams. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go. in this second quarter. They'll look to throw again. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. 2nd and 11. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. This is still anyone's ball game at this point. The difference is just 2 as we begin quarter number 3. This one taken at the 7. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. The Falcons offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right away they'll set up to throw. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. The Cowboys offense and their running back set to go once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. It's scooped up by the Falcons.
So the biggest thing that stands out here, Mike, is the fact that
And remember now. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Now, faking the give. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 2 first downs, and they're at the 46 now. It's 1st and 10. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a 1st and 10. They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Again, it's Benson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
Let's go now.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
Ready? Get up.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail by 2. And will start this drive with 1st and 10. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. A handoff as they try to run it here. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. A gain there of 24 yards. 1st down, Cowboys. Tight end going in motion here. They'll go with a counter on 1st down. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now this time they'll look to throw. High throw, but it's reeled in.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground. They'll take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a 1st down. They'll try the right side this time. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up. I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers. You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect.
Oh, the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. Now, off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. And that'll be incomplete on what turns out to be the final play of this third quarter. So, they'll come up here, 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2.
Here we go, set.
They'll go again with Benson. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Throwing over the middle, this one is complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, they go with Benson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in. Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
Now give up the middle, it's Benson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Throwing now from the gun. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think there, fortunately, this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. To the left side, and Adams has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. The kicking team off for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure.
And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down. A give. Here's Benson. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be taken down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Ball resting on the 9. First down and goal. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his...
And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. This just a little more than a chip shot. 32-yard attempt.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He's going to run it. And he'll get this up close to a 1st down, working it to the 33-yard line. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. Right side, he's got it. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll come up for 2nd and 9.
Let's go now. Go.
They'll drop to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete. Now whistles and a timeout. Work to do, the crowd helping the defense. 3rd down and 9. And here we go, 4th and inches. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do. And it's looking like the win streak to start the year is going to continue for another week. What a tremendous performance here as they are out to finish this one off. Start out with a run, and it's Benson. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Benson. And that'll give him a 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Here we go. Set.
They motion a receiver right. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. On the handoff, this is Benson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. Continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Teresa.